Welcome to Narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Well, I need to crack on today. There's quite a lot to do. The name of the game today is comms mast, and a little bit more work in the bow bedroom, but really the comms mast has to go up today. So I've had a bit of a rethink of this area. When I said I was going to have the mattress and something kind of up to that level, that's right. To access anything in there is, if it was a cupboard, it'd be really small. If it was a drawer, it'd be quite not easy to access. So I think I'm just going to leave that as it is. I'll kind of decorate that or something like that. I don't know. I'll put a lid on top of that area there, which could either come off, or it could just be fixed in place and then accessed through the back here. So what I've done is I've changed the board. So I've put it up to the top, and here at the bottom, obviously it's got that gap all the way through. So I can now slide a box or something under there, but I can access it either through here, and bear in mind the clothes will come down to here. So there's a bit of ventilation, a bit of kind of area to access that area. And as I said, I can either go through there and just put a perspex box in there and use it as storage, or I could create some kind of lid thing here as well. So but if I was to create a lid there, I'd like some kind of nice shelves, not out of ply. But then there's another good reason for this area. Oh, let me show you this. So how about this for an idea? I could do away with all my clothes storage and then make a nice cutaway here in the same shape as the body of the guitar. And then when I flip the light on, ta-da, it'd be like a showcase for her. I only put it there to put it out of the way, but now that has really given me food for thought. I mean, not particularly accessible, mind you, but nice thing to wake up and look at every day. Oh, I think the coffee's boiling. This is one of those days where I spend a disproportionate amount of time making hot beverages. I like using these cabinet blocks, just these things here, because if you've got a selection of different screw lengths, that means you can secure everything in place without the screws coming through and out, everything being seen. So you get quite a lot of kind of hidden bits, which is nice. So I'm just putting a support up here at the top, and this is just going to be something for the wardrobe door to close against. Goes like that, doesn't it? But also it holds this board nice and firm. Well, this is pretty much the frame of the wardrobe done. I've left a recess here for the door to open and close, and it will close flush to that there. So this edge here will be inside the door, as will all of this. But I'm going to finish these edges up. Obviously not now, but I'll finish these edges one day and put some trim on it and stuff like that. But now I really want to think about the lid for that and putting in a couple of shelves. But I've got an idea for this. Here, let me show you. I bought the boat, I also acquired this. Yeah, they're all gates, and it looks like a load of oak bedposts underneath it, or pine bedposts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's some pretty nice floor furniture on some of this stuff. That one's nice. It's quite ornate. It's nice.
That's for a start. Breadboard, you can make out of that.
Yeah, breadboard's good.
That's what I don't get about these sort of things.
Yeah.
Why chuck it away?
I guess they thought of repurposing it, but that's why they've left it there. But like everything, it just never gets round to it. That's quite chunky, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think I might try to do something with those timber boards, because I think if they were planed down a bit and smartened up, that could be quite nice. So I might make it for the shelves in the bedroom. Otherwise, literally everything's just made out of ply, and that's even though it's painted, it's just nice to have some actual wood around. I was hoping there was going to be some oak there, but no, it's all just that pine. There's some decent stuff though there, so if anyone wants any of that, well, it's there for the taking. Right, another brew. Actually, I'm hungry. After last night's dinner, I'm starving actually. Oh, that's more like it. Much better. Right, let me wolf this down and I can crack on. Okay, it's now time for me to put this in. This is the bracket I had made for me. I quite like, I mean, there was quite a few brackets available already to take a 35mm pipe, but the ones, this quite, as you know, it's quite a tall comms mast, and the brackets that I did see had kind of a fairly shortish holder at the base of it, and because of the length of it, I was worried that in under strong winds or anything like that, it just might not clamp it enough in there. I could have had a separate one higher up to hold it in place, but I kind of thought, well, I haven't got a huge amount of room to play with, and I wanted something that would fit the purpose. The comms mast is made of aluminium, so this is made of steel. This is 3mm mild steel. So it's on a 15 by 15 centimeter plate with a 15 centimeter pipe on it. I got them to weld a bracket onto the bottom to allow water to come past and come through if there is any. There won't be much. There might be a little bit which comes down the mast, but there won't be any coming kind of through the hole because it's all covered at this point here. But I just obviously wanted something to stop it coming through. So what I need to do to fix this to the side of the boat, I need a tap and die set. For those of you that don't know, I can drill a hole through this, and a tap and die set will basically make that hole threaded in order for me to then thread a bolt through it. I'm not going to be able to get to the other side to put a nut on it, so if I was just to put a hole through and push the bolt through, there's nothing for it to grip onto. So a tap and die set makes that thread. This is a 6mm thread, therefore for a 6mm bolt. Therefore I need to go in with a 5mm bit, and then this cuts in the thread. So there's a variety of different taps you can get. This is a 10mm one, but you can just see there it's just got teeth on it and it just creates that cut. So I'm gonna go outside now, drill out the holes and put the comms mast in. So I'll show you how the tap and die set works here. This is the hole I'm going to put the bolt through. So it's a 5mm hole and a 6mm bolt. So obviously the bolt doesn't go through. If I try twisting it, it doesn't. So I need to make the thread in there. So this is the tap and die, 6mm. Now the trick is I don't have to go through very far, so I don't need any cutting oil. It's only a bit of, I think that's 1.5. So the trick though is to make sure that I go in at a kind of as straight as I can, and you need to apply a bit of pressure on the cut and really slow to begin with. And you can see it's slowly making the cut. Make sure it's as square as it can be. Because I need to do the same on the bulkhead wall, and I obviously want the bolts to line up. The threads have to line up for the bolt to work, and as it cuts more and more, it gets easier and easier. So in a little bit I'll just be able to push it with one finger and it will spin through. There we go. So once it's been cut, I can take it out carefully, and then the bolt now can be threaded through. So that's done. So now I just got to mark them out and do the same on the wall outside. Right, so if you may remember, this is the hole when I took off the old Shoreline Power they had. That's what I discovered. The spray foam prevents us from welding to it, so because it'll catch fire. So I'm just going to put in the comms mast and work out the position of everything. So that goes in there, and that will clamp on position like that, and that's pretty much how it will work. Yeah, job's a good one. That's not going anywhere. Right, so that's the position it needs to be. I've got a bit of tolerance, in fairness, so I'll mark that up and just make sure I can make all those cuts all right. There's already an existing hole here through the bulkhead for me to get through, for me to thread through the cables until such a point that I know what I'm doing. Right, so the way I've marked it up there, that is not in a very good position. It's a bit too far over, so it's going to have to come, if it's going to be in line like that, then it's going to have to come down by 20mm. Something like that. Yeah, that will work. So I've got a bit of tolerance as long as I'm in line with those lines, or potentially a mil to the left. that's like that, can I take the pole out? Yeah, with a bit of jiggery pokery. But I guess I want it to be a bit tight in there, don't I? Okay, so it can come down a little bit. So what I do is that's where I had it just then, and that worked fine. So I'll put one in, and then I'll mark it up again. The only thing I'm worried about is, can I get to that one? If I can get in there with that, am I going to be able to do any of that? No, I'm not going to be able to thread that. Or there. The only way I could tap that is if I had a really long one of these. Is there a way I can extend that? That's what I need to work out. Right, a solution has been found. Basically just got a long one of these and managed to put the tap at the end of it. So, same thing applies. So if I go for that one there, that covers it quite nicely. This is what I feared. This is a bit of a crap on this. Getting a grip on that, there's no way of anchoring it. It's got no chuck. So it's just spinning. Oh shit, it keeps spinning. Oh, that's got it. I might need longer bolts just to get a better fit. But for the moment, this is just to give me the line. Oh, that's good. Then my cables can feed through that hole there. The only thing I'll probably do longer term is feed them through the actual comms mast itself, so they poke out here and then go up and into there, just as another waterproofing method. But for the moment, this will work a treat. Right, let's do those last two. Shit. Oh, I could have done without having to do this. Thanks though, tool station. That could have been a lot worse. I managed to get this out just by using these crimps, because obviously I just needed to get some torque on it. And now that goes through without snapping off. So that's good. I've drilled out the other one with this in situ, which seems to be the right way to do it. And now I'll do this last one. Excellent. Right, now. So, on a temporary basis, we'll just be kind of cable tied to the outside of that, and then kind of hook up and go through into there. I will drill another hole through there and put a grommet in there, but for the moment, because I'm not sure about taking it on and off and you know what the best kind of connectors are, so at the moment I'm just going to get it into the boat. As I said, there's already an existing hole there, so I'm going to drill through there, and I'm hoping it comes out in the top corner in the galley, and then I can kind of make it fairly neat from there. But I've got no worry about water ingress coming through here. I will Sikaflex that in position once I know it's all done, but for the moment at least I can move it and I can take it off if I need to. I do need to file a little bit off the top of this, but yeah, that's all right. Right, so now these have come into the boat. These screw into the back of the router. And then when I get myself a SIM card in a couple of days, that goes into there as well. And I will have 4G on the boat. So that's worked out a treat. Good. Obviously I had to cut a new hole in the bulkhead, only because the last one was going into the batten holding up the side wall, so that wasn't really working. And I'm going to now look for my cable ties to tie down the cable on the side of the comms mast. Until next time, hope you guys are well. Look after yourselves. Bye bye.